May marks Asian and South Asian Heritage Month, and here on Canoe Live we are celebrating by taking a special interest in prominent members of those communities. Miss India Canada 2009, Aanchal Dogra, is much more than meets the eye. She's an accomplished physical therapist with an MD in alternative medicines and an active fundraiser for the Smile Train charity. All this month, the added responsibilities that come with being a reigning beauty pageant title holder.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Miss India Canada 2009, Aanchal Dogra.
The moment they announced, and I just closed my eyes and I chanted a prayer in my mind, and Hussein announced, one of the commentators there, he said, all right, so Miss India Canada 2009 is, there was like a brief silence. I said, look, dude, hurry up, because I'm really feeling awful here, and so are the others, so just come on with it, I'll deal with it. My grandfather felt a little, he was very, very happy, over the moon, the proudest grandfather. If anybody asks him, so you must be proud of your granddaughter, he just turns around and says, I have 5 grandchildren and I'm proud of each one of them, so who are you talking about? I love that thing about him. I'm very connected to few organizations, but I make sure that I do my best, like the Smile Train, for example. It is about children who suffer from cleft lip, and it does affect the morale of the child, especially at an age where his self-confidence has to be developed. And something like this happening, they're not allowed to go to schools because they look different from other children. A 45-minute surgery can change their lives forever, but the thing is they don't have the money for that. So a charity like this basically helps them to gain that confidence and to stand up, in your own community and just lead an independent life someday and just face the world with a beautiful smile. The organizers gave me this little smile train there, and I haven't given it to anybody. I thought that, the day I reach my goal, that's when I'll, give it to a child or just anybody. So I'm just waiting for that moment. So I've just kept that here as a memento for the time being. For the world, I may be Miss India Canada, but on the personal front, I'm very much the same person. I'm still shouted at when I'm 5 minutes late for dinner. My mom keeps telling me that success is not a destination, it's a journey. So don't just sit down with your crown and glorify about it. No, go out, do things that are productive, and don't just keep talking about, okay, very good, you won the pageant, but think what are you going to do next? Think something to promote this or to do something better for yourself and for the community, most importantly.
And you can help Aanchal reach her Smile Train fundraising goal, and you can see more of that interview with her online. Just follow the links on our blog at suntvnews.ca.
I wanted to be a lawyer, and after that I changed my mind and I said I want to be a pilot, and that too a fighter pilot. I was awful at math, and well, yeah, I just found the uniform very cool. I'm like, wow, I'm going to look really stunning wearing that uniform. But no, I changed my mind, and it was at this, I remember when I was in school during my summer vacations, my mother used to make me do something productive rather, instead of just sitting at home doing nothing. She would say, no, go attend British Therapy Services, or, there were various clinics. So I attended one clinic that had to deal with children with special needs. And it was more like a summer program, volunteering kind of a thing, and I met these children and tried to, as they say, one discipline leads to another. As you're trying to assess something, you want to know more about it, and then you learn something new about it, you want to learn that. So it was just that kind of a process going on, and I came across this child who was in the rehabilitation department, and I got to know that the surgery was performed, everything. I said, well, if the surgery is done, then he should be able to walk and do everything that he's supposed to be doing. Then they said, no, it doesn't happen like that. The doctors do their work, the surgeons do their work. Surgeries, everything is done. But how do you rehabilitate that patient so that he could perform his everyday, duties, like everyday activities of daily life? How do you rehabilitate him to achieve that level of functional independence? How do you do that? So it's the physical therapist that comes into picture. I was like, wow, where the surgeon just says, okay, my job's done, now comes the other job. And believe me, this job is not easy, because you need patience, you need constant supervision, you have certain guidelines you have to follow, and then you have to encourage the patient, because there are times they do get demotivated sometimes, and it's easy to sit on the other side and say, come on, I know you can do it, but you meet all kinds of patients, some who are demotivated, some who are extremely encouraging, and they actually motivate you to work more hard on them. I'm like, wow, I like that spirit. Sounds like, and that's what just kind of hit me, and I said, no, I would like to become a physical therapist someday. Well, yes, there has been a very special friend, and his name is Rajiv, and he's been extremely supportive right from the day I told him about this, be it from like getting a photo shoot done. He was like, go ahead, get it done, till the time when I told him I'm one of the top 16. I said, okay, now you're the top 16, now I don't know, you've got to win. So I was more concerned about him, other than actually thinking that I did want to win the pageant, yes, but then the kind of responsibility that he added by saying that, no, now you're one of the top 16, I don't know, you've got to win. I said, okay, alright, you always give me pressures of that sort. So it's been great that he motivated me to such an extent that he practically knew, and he was aware. He kind of gave me all kind of suggestions of what you should be wearing when you go for the prelims, and because I pretty much had an idea, but it's always good to share the idea with someone, and especially with someone who gives you the right kind of notion, and who gives you the right suggestion regarding everything. And it's been great to have someone like him in my life, who basically navigated me and who was very much in sync with what's happening, right from the quotation I used in my bio sketch to the dress I was wearing to just about everything.
Is this the person you're dating?
And I came across this advert in the newspaper, this one big page article in the newspaper, and it said, you could be the next winner. I said, okay, now what is this? Okay, this is the Miss India Canada campaign, and well, the only thing that made me feel that, okay, I may not be able to fit in because of my height, because I'm blessed with like 5 feet 2.5 inch body, and I said, okay, let me just think about it. So I did some research, and I was very pleased when I came across this statement in the website that said, age, height and weight, no barrier. I said, then what on earth is stopping me? I have to be a part of this. But then something held me back again. I said, come on, this is Canada. They're gorgeous, like drop-dead gorgeous girls over here. And Aanchal, you really think you want to compete? Oh. So I spoke to my friend in LA, and he said, come on, what's stopping you? Go ahead, get a photo shoot done. I said, I've never done a photo shoot in my life. And if my family gets to know that this is it, they'll be like, okay, beta, pack your bags and go back. Is this what you've come here for? I'll never forget, I went to the Zealous Portrait Studio at Square One, and this photographer Salman, he took my pictures, and the moment, because I'd never ever in my life got a photo shoot done, so the entire ambience of a photo studio, well, the only time I went there was to get a passport size picture clicked. Now I'm like, okay, fine, I'm done with this. So the moment I entered, I see these cameras around, these big lights, and the whole feeling was different. And then he tells me, stand there and pose. I felt like an idiot. I said, I don't even know what to do. You give me the directions, you tell me what to do. And the first 5 shots was so awfully stiff. I said, this is it. I can't do this. Aanchal, pack your bags and get out of here. You can't do this.